Hey everyone, Angela here. Deep breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, somatic breathing. These are all buzzwords that we hear a lot from holistic practitioners like myself. But honestly, what does this even mean and why should I care about it? So I wanted to hop on today and talk a little bit about diaphragmatic breathing, show you exactly how to do it, why it is, and why you should care so much about it. So your diaphragm is actually a muscle. It's a huge muscle that's attached to the base of your rib cage, and it separates your lower from your upper half. So it separates your abdominal cavity from your thoracic cavity. It's kind of shaped like an upside down umbrella. Um, and the muscle is huge. It's what helps you with breathing. So when you're doing deep diaphragmatic breathing, that's why your belly moves in and out. A lot of us, because of the stress of the world, because we're not focused on it, we're very shallow breathers. So all you'll see moving is chest, not belly. Why you should care so much about this. Diaphragmatic breathing brings oxygen, more oxygen into your body, so it helps your organs to work better. It lowers your cortisol because it activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest. Normally, with today's stresses, our bodies are kind of like so evolved from cavemen. Whereas when they were in fight or flight in their sympathetic nervous system, it literally was because they were in life and death situations, facing down, animals and worrying about literally living or dying. But the way our bodies have evolved, any little stressor, so you're in traffic and somebody cuts you off and you stop short, your sympathetic nervous system engages, you're in fight or flight. Even though it's not a life or death situation, your body's response now, we've evolved in such a way that that's the action. We've evolved in such a way that sometimes somebody just saying something to us that's upsetting to us or something we don't want to hear engages that sympathetic nervous system. And that raises your cortisol, it raises your heart rate, your blood pressure. You can feel it in your body. You could feel the trembling, the adrenaline, adrenal fatigue kicks in. Diaphragmatic breathing does the exact opposite. So it flicks the switch back. Your parasympathetic nervous system engages. You go into rest and digest mode. Your body says, okay, I'm safe and secure. So it can lower your heart rate. It can lower your blood pressure, your cortisol, your adrenal response. Everything lowers and your body can calm. It's why it helps so much with anxiety. It grounds you back into your body. It literally anchors you and reminds you, hey, I'm in the here and now. I'm safe. I'm connected to the world around me. It also stimulates detox for your body. So your lymph fluid only moves through your body one of two ways. Lymph fluid does not have a heart to pump it through the vessels like your heart has for blood vessels. So how this works is with lymph fluid, it only moves through muscle movement. So the contraction and expansion of your muscle fibers is what helps to massage the lymph vessels to move the fluid where it needs to be, almost like inchworming it through the vessels to your major ducts. The only other way it moves is through somebody like me, who's a manual lymph drainage therapist, manually doing it. So manually pushing and massaging the muscles to push the lymph fluid through to where it needs to go. Diaphragmatic breathing, because it engages in so many muscles, not just your diaphragm, but all of your core muscles when you're doing deep breathing, helps with detox of that whole area. So it literally helps to push all the lymph from that area to where it needs to go to detox. So good for that too. The interesting thing is, I have read so many studies about people who have vagus nerve issues. So your vagus nerve does so many things for you, and it runs down right through your diaphragm. So it runs right down the middle of you there. Your vagus nerve stimulates and regulates brain activity. It reduces inflammation. It's so amazing for people with seizure disorders and stroke and heart rehab patients. They've shown that it's lowered the incidence and severity of seizures when you stimulate vagus nerve. They've shown that it helps to strengthen your heart. It helps to strengthen brain activity, increase brain activity for stroke patients. Like, there's so many studies on this, and you can read about them yourself. You can Google this. How incredible is this? That diaphragmatic breathing actually stimulates the vagus nerve and does this naturally without having to have an implant stimulating it. You can do this naturally. This is why it helps so much for anxiety, because it literally changes your brain waves. Deep diaphragmatic breathing literally changes your brain waves. So there's a lot of different ways to do deep breathing. You literally can just lay in bed, put your hand on your chest, put your hand on your belly, and feel the breath coming in and out, and just focus and just be center in your body, feel the feelings. You can do it that way. A lot of people like the 4-7-8 method, which is in for a count of 4, hold for a count of 7, and exhale for a count of 8. That one is great. It's amazing if you can hold it that long. Some people have a hard time, especially in the beginning, because everything's so tight. You do have tiny muscles in between your ribs and your rib cage. And it can be so tight that it actually makes it uncomfortable to hold and exhale that long. In that case, I would suggest starting with box breathing, which is my favorite, which is a 4-4-4. So I'm going to do this with you. Ready? So you're going to inhale for a count of 4. Ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3. How did that feel? Let's try it again. I'm going to do it with you and count silently this time. Perfect. Perfect. How did that feel? Do you feel calmer already? You should. You should feel much more grounded in who you are, anchored into your body, anchored into everything around you, and at peace. I'm going to do another video with just the breathing part without the explanation. Be sure to like and save this video to come back to remind you how to do it again. But until next time, guys, keep up with the deep breathing and have a blessed day.